Yes! What's up and welcome to another episode of It's Tipp Topp Fishing. My name is Keaton and this is part 2 of the Millstream farm adventure. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, there is a link in the description. To summarize part 1, I lit a boomstick, we all had mustaches, we saw crowned cranes, Tom did his own version of the Olympics. Then he decided to scare the life out of Carmen. Then I caught a fish. Now, back to part 2 of the Millstream farm adventure. So today, we're going to ride a perky. We spotted the perkies earlier and they do horse rides. So I haven't really done any horse riding, neither has Carmen. And so we are going to do some horse riding today, hopefully without coming off.
Very exciting!
Now, to be quite honest, I was quite apprehensive about putting this massive beast between my legs, but it did turn out to be a fantastic experience. Now, my horse had to go in front of Carmen's horse because my horse apparently was full of shit and would bite Carmen's horse. So to combat my apprehension, I decided to sweet talk my horse. Am I touching you by mistake here, Patches? Good Patches. So off we went to explore the beautiful wilderness of Millstream. Carmen was having a fantastic time, though her steering sometimes wasn't so great. Saying that though, when we trotted, Carmen took it like a duck to water, looking like she had been riding her whole life. Me, on the other hand, took to it like a tire to a pothole. I'm not good at that. I'm just bouncing my nuts on the ground, the bloody saddle. Carmen's horse decided it was then hungry and chose to stop in the middle of the trail to have a chow. With about 3 tons of foliage in its mouth, it decided it was okay to carry on. After this, we discovered that my stirrups were actually too long, so when I straightened my legs, I wouldn't be lifted off the saddle. That's why I was bouncing around so much. But we had a fantastic ride and was followed around by the zebra, and eventually we galloped. What an incredible experience it was. It was both terrifying and breathtakingly awesome at the same time. I just want to say a massive thank you to Petrus for being so patient and brilliant with us. He was our guide for the trip, and what a legend he was. So, this is the definition of helmet hair. Hey? How was that, Coms?
That was absolutely phenomenal. Hands down, one of the best experiences of my entire life. Like, seeing the game, we were literally right close by zebra.
Who were following Carmen?
They were following me. Because obviously there's a different interaction between them and a horse.
With the horse riding done, it is time for you to meet David. Now, in David's defense, he thought he was only coming for an interview, so left his rod behind and had to use mine. But like any self-respecting fly fishing guide, he had a full box of flies ready to go. So this is the legend David. He's going to give us some advice while he's fishing, and we're going to film him fishing and doing his thing. He's an absolute expert here at Millstream, and he is the bailiff here as well, so he knows these dams almost better than anyone, I think. What do you think?
I think so, yes.
You're here every day?
Yeah, almost. I live here actually. I live on property, so yeah.
You can't get any more experience than that. So we're going to film this legend fishing, and we're going to get some advice while he is busy. Let's get to it.
I'm using this. It looks like it's an intermediate line. It's a bit overcast, which is good for the fish. They really don't like your direct sunlight, and I see the water is very, very clear. So the intermediate should be good. Slowish retrieve because they're just hiding down there. I hope the wind comes up, and I think I had a bump there. I'm just hoping the wind comes up a bit, and that should help us a lot. Yeah, we've got 5 big dams, and then the 12 weirs. We normally stock nice big fish there. Nice as in our stocking program is we put in between 800 grams fish up to 1.5 per go, and then we've got, of the 5 big dams, we've got 2 catch and release dams where we stock bigger fish, 1.5 to your 3-4 kg fish. I've got a bigger fly that I'm gonna retrieve very quickly to attract some attention. It's very important every third or fourth cast to keep checking if your flies are still intact, because it's easy to lose a fly without realizing it, and you end up casting without any flies. So it's very important to keep checking if your flies are still there. Yeah. Casting is not about speed and power and working the rod. It's more like working with the rod. Let the rod do at least 70% of the job. I just flick the rod tip with the body relaxed, just like that. So you, instead of working it hard, just relax, especially your shoulders. When I relax your shoulders, that's why when you tense your shoulders like that. Just relax your shoulders, and you can tell you're not relaxed when you retrieve. It's always too quick. Then you know you just anxious to catch a fish, and that's when it always won't really work. Just pretend you're on holiday. You know when you're on holiday, you pretend you are just lazy there and try and just fish. Just do it. That's when it comes. To have a whole box of flies is very important. You can't just take 2 flies because it's easy to lose a fly. Especially you want to keep a couple of same flies. It's easy to lose a fly. My favorite flies to use at Millstream, the first one is the paparoji with the shiny neck, and then also the PTN, the GRHE, and a lime olive woolly paga. Just today. Yeah. Oops. Got on. It was a nice take. I think you went for the paparochi. Keeping a taut line so it doesn't spit out the hook. It's a very feisty one as well. It's a very angry one. I'm gonna try and bring him in quicker. I just sweat my hand without touching him. Then I just hold the fly. I'm gonna release him. There you go. There he's gone again. You know, you wanna try and limit handling the fish too much. If you don't have a net, especially, all you do, bring him on towards the side, leave the rod tip higher, then his head will come up, and then try and just hold the hook and pull it the opposite way. That should settle the story. Yeah.
A big thank you to David for taking the time and being so generous with his knowledge. Now, just up the road from Millstream is the Dalstrom Bird of Prey Rehabilitation Center. Now, anyone who truly knows me knows that the only thing I love more than fishing is falconry. Now, what is falconry? Falconry is a sport that is thousands of years old, whereby people use birds of prey to hunt their natural quarry. Now, this is a sport that is not easily got into and requires nothing less than an obsession to get into. It is a sport that I do not recommend to anyone unless you are absolutely willing to give up almost everything in your life to ensure the health, safety and well-being of your bird. With that said, the Dalstrom Bird of Prey Center is a group of obsessed individuals who are absolutely dedicated to rehabilitate sick and injured birds of prey back into the wild. The birds we're seeing now is during the Dalstrom Birds of Prey Center's display. The display is designed to both educate people about birds of prey and raise some money in order to help the other birds that can be released. Like this African harrier hawk cannot be released because it was raised by people and so thinks it's a person. It's an imprint, but what it can do is serve as an ambassador for its species to educate other people on how to look after animals. So if you find a wild injured bird, take it to the Dalstrom Bird of Prey Center and they will look after it. Now the following are my own views only and may seem controversial, but I feel like it's really important to say. Some South Africans believe that owls like the spotted eagle owl are witches' pets, or if you see an owl, someone is likely to die. I'm sorry to say, but those beliefs are not based in fact and will never actually happen. An owl is pretty much an eagle that is adapted to live at night. These birds are incredible rat killers. They can kill up to 3,000 rats a year. Another problem that owls have is rat poison. There is no owl-friendly rat poison. Now, rat poison kills rats, the birds see the rats, and they eat lots of dead rats that have been poisoned, and that builds up in their gut and it kills the owl. Even places like our national parks have been seen to use rat poison. Come guys, just put up rat traps and owl houses and these guys will kill 3,000 rats a year. These guys are on duty every night, so let's look after them so they look after us. Let's get this rat problem sorted together. So the next badass bird is a Harris's hawk. These guys are not from South Africa and are from instead America. Now the things on this bird's legs are called jesses. Jesses are very similar to a dog's leash. They're there for the falconer to hold on to while it is sitting on his hand or her hand. Now, if something scares the bird and he wants to fly away, or if he wants to go catch something that's on the other side of a busy road, the falconer can hold on to those jesses and make sure that the bird is safe. And for anyone who is scared that the jesses hurt the bird, they don't. Not at all. Any good falconer is super protective of their bird, so if anything is threatening to hurt their bird, a falconer stops it right away. During the display, Dad was asked to be a volunteer, and they showed how versatile these birds are. Now Harris hawks are desert birds, but they can fly between brushes and between trees, and this is exactly how they do it. They tuck in their wings and they fit through the gap and continue to chase their prey. Now if you're visiting Millstream Farm or in the Dalstrom area, I highly recommend the Dalstrom Bird of Prey Rehabilitation Center. You've got to see their show. Now back to some fishing. I got a brief gap in the weather and had to go try catch a trout or two. But during this time I saw some of Millstream's predators, these little otters. Now I'm not sure which type of otters these are, but these little guys are famous. The naughty buggers watch fishermen, and as soon as they hook a fish, they come and steal your catch. So just keep an eye out for these otters. You never know, you might get taxed. Yes, 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 yes. Woo! Yes! Come fishy, I want to get you in quick so I can release you. Yay! How exciting! Yes, on the black zonka. Ach, it's just a little fish. Let's put this down so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, came off. Self-released. Got a little fishy. Yes. Just yes. So that was on. Ach, lost my eitje. So that was on a little zonka. A black zonka. You should see the picture of it over here somewhere. Now why I like a zonka is the black color is great. Especially because there's been rain and it's dirtied the water a little bit, and it's overcast, so it just makes it a little bit more obvious. Otherwise, if it was clear water and a clear sky, I would change this color to olive. So yeah, that's my black zonka that caught us that fish. Well, I don't know if you would. Do you think it counts that I caught it? I was going to release it in the water anyway. Pop a comment in the comment section below if it counts that I caught it. But I'm chuffed anyway. Look at that. Yes, see. A big thank you to my patrons for keeping this channel going. If you guys want to join Tip Top Fishing and become a patron and support Tip Top Fishing and the videos I make, please click the link in the description below and join the patronage. A massive thank you for Millstream for hosting us and allowing us to come here. It's been an absolute treat. My family and I have had the best time and would love to come again. So yeah, that's it for this episode of It's Tip Top Fishing. Keep in touch, because there is a massive giveaway that is happening for my patrons. So make sure to become a patron and you could possibly win the... So if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And if you really like this video, become a Tip Top patron. Tip Top patrons help fund making free content like this video for you guys. Till next time, tight lines guys.